So, some music. Got to make a configuration change. Give me 1 second.
I did not think nearly as much about what to do here as I thought I might when I left the session.
Yep. Yes.
Everybody. Seb is fine. Are Rob and Brittany frozen for you?
I'm frozen.
I see it.
There's Rob. Rob just popped out.
It looks like we're having some issues.
And Brittany is good for me also.
All right, everyone looks like they're doing well. All right, so
I'm blind at the moment. I don't have any.
Hit refresh. That's the answer to everything. Always hit refresh. So.
Cycle power. Okay. Yep. I couldn't see anything either, and I refreshed, and I'm good. I'm missing some small things, but I think it's going to come in with time. There it is.
I'm good.
Got to make sure that this chat.
I don't see my character token.
So, voice to chat.
You left. You went back into the house.
I
at the
did.
end of last session. You were headed back for the well.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know where I am.
going.
I was on my way running back towards you. Okay.
All right, so yes, in our last game, we just gonna say where we ended off. We ended off with you guys most of you guys at the cemetery. You have dug up the owner's grave, placed the locket on his dead body, and then at that point you all realized Mildred was not there anymore, because you guys were deciding on what happened to the wife. Is it the wife's body in the well? And so Mildred decided to just run off on her own and go to the well. First, now I have to reload. It's gonna be one of those days.
By the way, so during this previous break, I realized that I have far fewer prepared spells than I'm supposed to. So I'm just letting you know that I'm preparing some spells. They're all in D&D Beyond, if you have access to that.
Where is your token, Mildred?
I think you put me inside.
Not yet. Maybe I'll just grab you.
Okay.
All right. So, Mildred, we'll start with you since you're the one that ran off. So, you are standing there, your group is talking about what to do next, and you are just like, well, I'm going to go to the grave, but nobody seemed to be paying attention to you as you said that and walked off. You make your way through the house, and it's this time when you go through, you don't hear any noises, no voices. It appears the were-ravens aren't picking on you right now, since you kind of know it's them making all the creepy noises. But I mean, the house is still really dark and creepy, and the floor creaks everywhere you go. But you do make your way down into the cellar and find yourself at the well. What does Mildred do?
Having gotten to the well, I suddenly realized that I've split the party, and I've... Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, dear. Oh, I think I've done something silly here. I'm just gonna run back all the way upstairs.
All right,
and then wait by the door. Wait in front of the door, upstairs.
All right, so the group, you're coming into the house, and as you get to the stairs, you can see Mildred running back up the stairs, looking for you guys.
Before
Millie.
before we went back inside, though, the last I remember, I was still down in the grave, and you said something about a signet ring. I wanted to slide that off the finger and put it in my belt pouch before I climbed out of the grave.
Okay. All right. So Mildred, yeah, you run upstairs and you see your crew coming in. What do you guys say?
Millie, you gave me a fright. Don't ever do that again. What were you thinking?
I don't know. Somehow I got inside the door, and then next thing I knew, I was all the way down by the well. I don't even know. But I'm back here now, and there's nothing to worry about. Now, let's go jump in the well. And then I run downstairs, and
I follow.
I'm like ready to go.
Following.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
You all follow.
Millie hops up on the edge of the well,
Before you,
Wait, Millie.
before you go.
I grab her. Put a rope around you, okay?
I'm
Don't-
pulling.
lower me in the bucket.
Put two ropes in, dear. I just want to make sure you're.
I'm taking my
super
toad with me.
Okay,
going
I know
down.
he's a brave one. I know, dear. But
He's
just put it. Okay,
Not
here you
real.
go.
He's something that I summoned from the ethereal beyond.
All right.
I
So
tire.
Mildred, you said you jumped into the bucket. Hemlock came and kind of grabbed you off.
I held her
Held
and then I
her?
put a rope.
So-
I put a rope around her, or tying a rope around her.
Whose rope?
Mine.
I have
Whatever.
rope.
His rope.
Okay.
Fader's
and-
rope.
All right. So Mildred, you pause and let them do that.
Yes.
Okay. And you start lowering her down.
Good luck.
Goodbye.
All right. So yeah. Are you sitting on the bucket as you're going down?
Yes, and my toad. So my toad is in the bucket, and I'm sitting on top of it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's you slowly go down, and yeah, you see the nasty walls around in this well are just slimy and filled with mold and stuff. It's
Oh,
just
it reminds me of home. Smell that.
yep, it smells like a sewer. Yeah, and as it lowers you down and you get closer to the bottom, you can see the top of the water. You're about 50
hold
feet
up.
down.
Pause it right there. Thank you.
And what does she do?
Oh, I get all ratcheted up, and I'm like, "Here, you're ready, Toady. It's time to go." And then we pop off the bucket and drop into the water.
Okay. You guys all feel the bucket just get really light, and you hear a splash.
Real quick though, the rope that I'm working is tied to Mildred, not to the bucket.
Yep, I got it. All right, Mildred, what do you do? You're swimming in this water. You can't feel the bottom with your feet.
So, what I am going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to try to swim. I'm going to swim down to the bottom and start searching for the bones of the man who's buried here.
All right. So, yeah, you hold your breath and just droop right into this nasty, gross, murky, slimy black water.
My toad is going to swing down with me, and he's just going to start gobbling up big mouthfuls of gook from the bottom and sifting through it with his tongue.
The toad is what, a little toad?
No, he's a big toad. No, he's a
so-
medium-sized
Oh,
creature.
his spirit
Wait,
thing that he
Yes, he's a
summoned.
spirit. He's a summoned beast.
So,
Toad.
yeah, your toad is doing that, just putting mouthfuls of this sediment that has just set over the hundreds of years. And it's just, yeah, it's gross. You're sifting through it. Give me a per investigation check.
Are you sure you don't want a perception check?
Nope.
Do I have advantage because my toad is helping me?
Yep. There you go. You search and you're pretty sure there's no bones down here. You don't find anything.
Come up to the top. Oh, oh, I'm pretty sure there's no bones down there, but I better go look again. And I pop back down and I go search for bones more.
Since we can't redo the checks, you're just gonna always find nothing. You just find.
Come on!
Yeah, there's no bones down there. It's just sediment of goo.
And I don't hear the voice anymore down here?
Give me a perception check while your head is above water. Yeah, you don't hear anything. It's just you just hear the drip, drip in
Okay,
the water.
I'm gonna pull myself out and dip into the bucket, and I'm gonna reach down and pull my toad in, and then I'm gonna give it a little double yank to get me out of here.
That means go.
All right, the group
Oh, I smell quite ripe.
pulls you up. Yeah, you're just drenched.
Did you
in
find
black-
anything?
No, I'm pretty sure there's no bones down there.
Well, that's
How big is the bucket?
something.
Normal size bucket.
Since I was down
I guess
there, do I have a
Veda
sense-
was seeing things.
do I have a sense of how difficult it would be to actually empty the well?
I mean, how it would. No. No. It's 10 feet of water.
I do suppose one more person should go down there
It's,
and attempt to look before
Well,
we go.
Maybe
the fact that I have already found bones down there, would that help me with an investigation?
I mean, you would have advantage.
All right, I will.
I'll send Toady down with you. He's a
Are you sure
wonderful partner.
you found no bones? You found nothing down there.
No, but
I
I'm
can
pretty high right now.
I can tell you
don't know-
there are
I
bones.
don't
down
know how good my perception checks were down there.
I will.
I didn't feel so
down the well.
savvy in my investigation skills.
I will tie my rope to myself and hand it off to someone.
I've got you.
You
Billy's
hand it
got
to
your
the
rope.
shortest person. and
I
then
am
you-
not handing it to Mildred.
Are you gonna give it to him?
Oh, please. Leo would not touch that.
I'm going to hand
No,
mine to my
definitely not.
buff-
I'm not even in this room. I'm over here.
Hemlock, would you mind?
I'd be sure to
Yes.
run up to Bunk and say, Bunk, we didn't find anything.
I will
Do
climb
you
down the well.
smell this?
No, don't touch me.
All right. So you start going down, Fader?
Yes.
All right. The same thing. They lower you down. You get to the water. I'm assuming you jump in. All right.
I jump in.
You jump in and you start searching. Give me an investigation.
I'll be back in 2
That's-
seconds.
Uh huh. You should go with advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, you're determined to find these bones because you just are sure they were there, and you keep going through all the gook and muck, and it turns up nothing. You don't find any bones.
Am I sure that I'm searching right where I found them?
You're
earlier?
positive. Yep, that's where you searched. I mean, it's a little it's a well.
All right. Before I come back up, before I do, I want to take all the way around the perimeter of the well. I'm looking specifically for like a tunnel that leads from the well to some other place.
All right. So are you
Can-
doing this just above water or underwater too?
Underwater.
Right, give me.
I'm
okay.
doing this. I'm trying to do as
I-
best I can from surface of the water down to
I
the
got
bottom.
it. Hemlock. What?
Can I cast fairy fire down there so
Yeah.
they can see?
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but I doubt you can see that far out in the
In
water.
murky water. Yeah. So what does it look like when you cast this?
It looks like little lightning bugs, but they're like see-through, and they just scatter all down the well and then underneath the water.
Just a whole bunch of little firebugs, and they swoop down and they start popping in the water. And kind of, I mean, it is black and murky, but with these little lights in there, it definitely does help light it up. So give me an investigation with advantage. Good job, Hemlock.
Thank you.
Nat 20. Okay. So yeah, you're like, what do you say? Like you're like, I'm just no, this can't be. Like, what do you say when you go back? Like, do you say anything to them before you go back and search, or do you just?
You're
go?
talking to me?
Yeah, you. Sorry.
They may hear me muttering, just that I'm very confused. That I know this. I know there are bones down here. One of a hand attacked me. How can there be no? I'm gonna go look again.
Here's some help, my friend, and I cast it, and that's why it goes away.
Light. That's
Yeah.
thank you. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, and you start searching. You are determined to find something in the walls, maybe an opening, maybe something that would move and create an opening. And you do a thorough search. It actually takes you a good, the people a good 10 minutes, I would say again, another 15 minutes as the group upstairs is just waiting. And you do not find any bones. However, you do find something metallic in the wall. And when you kind of look at it, you see you are holding a gold coin in your hand that's minted from a place you've never heard of. When you look at
below
it, when you look at it, or well, do you come up? I'm assuming you would come up as well to get some look at it. So when you're looking at it, and on one side you just see it have the bust of a nobleman. It almost looks like on one side. On the other side, you see it just minted in some kind of really small letters. It's hard to tell, but it says like Ovia.
Ovia?
Yep. It's hard to read because it's scratched and old. It's very, very. It looks very, 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 very old.
Did you come up to the surface yet?
I'm treading water. I'm at the surface, looking at this coin.
Did you find anything, dear? Dear.
No bones, no tunnels. I did find affixed to the wall. I found what looks like a coin of some sort. I think I'm ready to come back up.
You found a wish.
It was probably just a manifestation of the ghosts that you interacted with down there, and now we can go home. I don't hear him crying. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb back up.
All right.
Okay.
Do we hear him crying for his boy, or has that stopped?
No, he doesn't hear anything, dear.
Well, I guess he's fine. He's been laid to rest. Good job.
He found a
Bring him.
wish. He found a wish, dear. He said he
A
found
coin.
one. It's a
He found a
wish.
coin.
Yeah, now that I'm in, am I in better light? Is there better light up here?
Well, unless you dodged out of the way, I guess you would have fairy fire on you as well. Unless you tried to dodge out of the way in a well.
Nobody attacked me. Yeah, can I get a spelling on that word that's minted on the backside?
Mm-hmm. looks like this. Sorry, I'm trying to write it out without. Oh. Kind of like that. Like you can't make out the first couple letters.
Oh, got it. Okay. So it's a longer word, and I can only make out the last 4 letters. Leopold. The next time you wind up casting that spell of yours that decides whether or not something has magic associated with it, would you mind letting me know so that I can hold this in the field, in the area,
It's still
in front of
it's
your
not
arm?
magic. It's just a coin.
You saw?
It might have magic touching it. I'm putting.
Oh,
I mean,
Did you want to look at it
legend.
some more, Hemlock?
I'd like to wish. Yes. Yeah. Can I hold it?
It's right here.
Hmm.
And then on the other side, it's got a
Do
picture of
I-
a noble person.
Do I know who the noble person is?
Do you have a reason why you would? Are you a noble?
No.
Oh.
Well, no. I'm not really a noble, but
Do you have proficiency
Leopold.
in history?
no.
You can
I
do a
do
history
have-
check with disadvantage.
Leopold, you're a noble, aren't you? Would
Yes,
you know
I
who this
am
person
a
is?
very noble person. Yes.
Yeah, you don't recognize the coin as you look at it. As Fader is keeping it away from you, it's hard to tell without a closer look. Leopold, you've never recognized it either.
It's just a coin. That's all it is. It's just a coin you found in a well.
You sound a little muffled. I don't know why, Bunk. Does anyone else hear that?
yeah.
A little bit.
Yes.
It's using the wrong microphone. Sorry.
There you go. That sounds, yeah, that's a lot better. All right. Sorry, what were you going to say, Leopold?
It's just a coin. You found a coin in a well that fell out of someone's pocket.
Yeah, but have you ever seen something like that? I'm not holding it. I'm pointing at it. At this, it could be another clue to an adventure. You know?
Or it could just be a coin.
Well, do you think any shop is going to accept that coin?
Is it made of gold?
Is it made out of gold?
It is.
It
Jeez.
certainly
Then
seems to be.
probably.
It's a gold
I don't-
coin.
I don't know if I'm interested in selling it. It seems like an awfully good luck charm.
Great. We can start a coin collection for you. Now, can we please go home?
I would like to think I would put my head down the well just a little bit. Thank you, sir, for giving us coin. Somebody's wish. I was waiting for it. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys do?
Oh, also, sorry, we can't lay you to rest. We can't find your bones. Bye.
Actually, I'm gonna do something. This is just for me. Don't worry about it. So yeah, you're done searching in this well. You don't find anything except for a gold coin with a bust of a man on one side and some scratched off letters on the other, and you head back upstairs to the first floor. So if I remember correctly, at the grave site, you left the grave. You didn't put the dirt back on, right? So it's just a coffin, open.
Yes, not yet.
Okay.
Mine. I don't know about anyone else. My intention is to recover the grave. if Mildred hadn't run off. But now's as good a time as any.
Yes, I will help you. It is disrespectful to leave a grave like this.
Closing the lid of the coffin.
And do you leave the locket or do you take it back?
We leave it.
Leave it.
Okay. All right, so you close the coffin and you start to put the dirt back over it. As you do that, sorry. All right, so as you start putting the dirt back over it, you guys are standing there and you have that mist coming out from the other coffin. You see kind of a light start to shine through the ground that you just put the dirt back over, and it kind of just gets brighter, and it's not like a scary light, it almost feels good. And you see a soul kind of rise up out of the grave, and it just says, "Thank you," and it kind of moves on. This light that radiates from it goes through each of you, giving you the charm of heroism.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's weird.
That
Oh, I
was
feel so good.
awesome.
What is it give us a charm of what?
The charm of heroism. I'll read it to you. Charm of heroism is this charm allows you to give yourself the benefits of a potion of heroism as an action. Once you do so, the charm vanishes from you. The potion of heroism is for 1 hour. After drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of a blessed spell with no concentration. In the blessed spell is when you are blessed, whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add the number to your attack or saving throw.
That.
Yeah, and you just feel it just
That
go
seems good.
inside your bodies.
Oh, yeah, that happened. Great,
Oh, it feels
fantastic.
so tingly inside.
We've been touched by an angel. Look at that. Isn't that...
Ah,
Wow. See? Coming on this journey was beneficial. Wasn't it, Leopold?
what the
Treasure!
intangible treasure that we can't show?
Exactly.
Those are the best kinds.
It's in here.
Alright. What do you guys do? Yeah, you're standing there, and the light's gone now, so it's back to the dark and creepy night. There's mist flowing out of this grave site.
What do you
It's getting
think
close to midnight, if not
about
already.
possibly going into the Shadowfell?
No.
For what purpose? What unimaginable purpose would you have to go into the Shadowfell?
Absolutely not. Right now,
Well-
Millie.
Somebody went through all the trouble of creating a gate to the Shadowfell within her grave. I mean, maybe that's where the treasure is.
No. Absolutely
Perhaps.
not.
Maybe that's where the
Perhaps.
land of the dead is. We do not want to go to the land of the dead.
Well, it's not
Perhaps.
really the dead. It's the Shadowfell. It's the dead go to a whole different place, don't they?
Or perhaps we could remember how to get here, and we could come back at another time to go
Yeah.
visit your Shadowfell.
We have a map. See? Remember? A map. We have it. And we can definitely copy it down in a journal so I can stick it back into the Raven manual so the ravens, the whale ravens, know where to go.
It's also the
Remember.
middle of the night and midnight. We're not going anywhere anymore, so I suppose we might as
think
well
the
spend the
horrible.
night in the house.
Oh, the creepy
I,
haunted
t-
house.
I very much thought you were going to suggest we spend the night in the Shadowfell, and I was going to have to say,
What
no.
in the devil would we spend the night in the...
I know, right?
Can we even get out of a Shadowfell once we get in there?
I mean, a door has to go both ways, doesn't it?
Sometimes
No,
it
doors
closes.
quite often swing only one direction.
I heard this horrible story of a group of adventurers who were wandering through a dungeon and they found a door, and most of them went through it and never came back out.
I
That
heard
seems
about that
awfully
story too.
metagame. I don't know.
Leopold exasperately
never heard of
walks
it.
off.
I say we go back in the creepy house, bunk down for the night, and then go back to Candlekeep in the morning.
I think that's a fine idea.
I do still need to get into
We
the
did find
library.
that very nice statue of the demon god. I do feel good about that.
Oh yes, you have that, right?
No, we gave that to.
Leo
He
has
made
it.
me hold it, yes.
It
Alright.
stinks, wretched lad. I can't
It
believe
does.
you're enduring such a terrible burden, but we all appreciate it.
Where has Leopold run off to?
I'm going to go... I believe the servants' quarters were the most undamaged since it was in the basement from all the water, so I probably will go and unfortunately bed down in the servants' quarters.
Oh, we will follow you.
This is very comfortable.
Fantastic.
Mildred
Yes.
just eyeballing the door to the Shadowfell. She's like, I'm
Oh,
coming back
sorry.
for you. No, that's
Alright, yeah, you do that and run off to meet up with your friends. You make it downstairs into the servants' quarters.
I'm just going to start casting prestidigitation on the remaining beds and cleaning all the dust off of them and mending the fabric. Spend a good portion of time doing that before I actually lay down.
I would say, despite the fact that we're indoors inside a house, it's not our house. I believe we should still post sentinels, a guard of some sort. I again would be happy to take, if I can meditate for 4 hours, I'll be happy to take the rest of the night's watch.
Millie has not showered since dipping into the well, and she just like settles down in the corner and just passes right out.
So who's taking the
She has
first
like a
watch?
fly. She has like a fly, just like.
Hemlock or Leopold? Who was it? Anyone?
Oh, I'll take first watch.
I mean, you don't have to. You can see everyone else.
No, I will.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you sit there for the first 2 hours. You can hear the were-ravens every now and then just squawking at each other. You can tell that they're talking, but in their own language. The house is just creepy, and every now and then you do hear like the floor kind of creak or the walls, something skitter across the floor. But besides that, nothing happens. Who do you wake up next?
Fada, right? Fada, you're good?
No, not yet. Another 2
Never
hours.
mind. I wake up Leo. Leo, wake up!
What? Why? Oh,
It's your
God.
turn, dear.
To do what? We're in a
I
house.
ruffle his
It's
hair.
fine.
Good
Don't
night,
touch my hair.
dear.
No,
All
no.
right.
Trying to meditate over here.
Fine.
I curl
I'll
up in a
watch
corner.
the stupid door and the stupid house and the stupid
Millie just
cellar.
like rips, just like breaks wind, just like.
Oh.
And she's like
Millie,
bustles down.
we got a skunk with us.
Alright.
That's going to add 10 minutes to my meditation.
Yeah, Leopold, you wake up and have to deal with that now? What do you do? How do you respond or react to that?
I'm going to stand outside the door as I watch it now.
you step out and you start your watch. Yeah, same thing happens throughout the night with you. There's really nothing going on. You just hear the old house making its creepy noises. But besides that, your 2 hours go by without any incidences. Was there anything you were going to do in that 2 hours? Or just...
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. So you wake up Fader next?
Yes, I will go flop in bed and then throw a pillow at Fader and tell him to go do his stupid watch in the stupid house in the stupid cellar.
Not really sure why we need to have a watch. We're indoors inside this house. But if you insist, Leopold. Are there any windows in this room?
Nope, you're in the cellar.
Then I will step outside, close the door behind me, and go into this corner down here and go into hiding.
Okay. Kind of buckle down into the corner, going into the darkness. All right. And as you sit there and just keep an eye out, again, it's the same story I told everybody else. But nothing happens for the 4 hours you were watching. It is quite boring.
So do we get a full long rest?
Oh yeah, you all get a full long rest. The morning comes. Everyone starts to wake up.
Oh, what a good rest that was. So peaceful and quiet. Oh, I smell awful.
My hair's all over the place. I'm just like, ugh. Millie, you passed gas so bad last night.
I'm sorry, dear. You know, the beef jerky and those rations give me the worst gas.
Yeah. Well, oh, my back. Off to Candlekeep, I guess.
Oh, I'm crusty. Let's go.
For the love of God, let's go home.
All right. So you all get up and start to leave. Do you just start on your journey? Do you talk to the were-ravens? What do you guys do?
I feel like we should at least bid our farewells to the were-ravens and let them know that we're leaving.
Sure, but everybody put away their shinies, okay?
Hmm.
I know what
Very good.
ravens do.
I feel like we should do something to put that poor girl's soul to rest.
I don't think you can put a little girl to rest. I mean, she died young.
Well, she pushed me. That's something. She's up there.
She's angry.
Should we talk to her?
Yeah, we can't just leave her there all angry
We
and whatnot.
tried to talk to her. She's not interested in talking.
And I don't care how she's a little girl. She doesn't need to be interested in salvation.
I don't know what to do.
Would you have any ideas of what would work?
Well, maybe we should bring, some sunlight into her abode up there, and maybe we should clean things up and bring her some flowers.
Do you remember what happened the last time we poked
Yeah,
around in
she
her
pushed
room?
me.
She did more than just push you. She threw broken mirrors at you.
Well,
You were within an inch of your life, if I recall.
if I don't know what happens when you murder a ghost, but that's got to be better than just like living in this crappy house, right?
This was her home.
Does anyone else have any knowledge, any experience with this sort of thing?
With ghosts? No.
Can
No.
I make-
how to lay?
Can I
I mean,
make a
we've laid
religion
one
check?
spirit to her.
to determine the fate of disgruntled spirits?
I mean, my father is a holy man, but I don't think that would help me in any way.
Do we have any knowledge of the undead in that manner?
Hmm. Give me a history check. Like, what are you trying to think of?
Like a
Like
influencing
a
of spirits?
More, yeah. I mean, isn't that more like religious?
like a means by
Historical.
which we could put the spirit of the girl to rest. I
Or
mean,
even nature.
we got lucky figuring out what to do with the
Husband.
father.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Somebody else. I plead with you.
Or
Are you?
trying to.
It's
What else skills do
historically-
you have?
I'm thinking, was there anything else, any other place in the house other than her room that sort of suggested her presence? And maybe there's something elsewhere in the house that's missing that needs to be brought to her room. Kind of like the locket for the father.
Is there a doll missing?
Was there an empty space on that shelf of dolls?
When you're up
That's what
there, yeah, you could go up and look again. So Ms. Mildred just start running up. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
I'll run up.
All right. So yeah, you all just make your way up to the attic. You just hear the floors creaking under your feet as you run.
I'm only gonna poke my head into the room. I'm not gonna actually walk into the room.
Mildred just like totters in. She's like, let's see what's going on in here. You know, just
What's the girl's name?
Oh, sorry. I think
Starts
this
with a
one.
V.
Sophine.
Oh, Sophine.
are there any windows in here?
So this room is, yeah, it's an attic nursery. You do not see any windows in this room.
Just there to the south? There was a window with a.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
what's this-
sorry, there is. Someone was. I didn't
about-
see it. Yeah, so there is a window to the south. That's it.
Throw it open and let the sunlight in.
I mean, the windows are just dirt and caked with years and years of dirt. And
We need
dust.
some prestidigitation over here. Want this all
Oh, for
cleaned
the
up.
love of...
Sophine, are you here, dear?
As you say that out loud, you get no response.
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to know what you want in your little dirty room. Why are you still here? Your mommy and daddy have gone from this place. Why are you here?
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah, you get no. I mean, you say that and you don't get any response. But as you look around the room, you see all the dolls lined up. It doesn't look like there's one missing. All the dolls seem like they're nicely placed.
If the map and the picture of the chalet of the chalet are actually accurate with each other, then looking out this window should have us looking out across the graveyard.
Yep.
Oh, was the Shadowfell in her grave? I always forget, man. Or the mother's.
No, I think the Shadowfell was in her sister's grave, the youth's grave.
It was coming from Sylphine's grave.
So hers.
My apologies.
So maybe that's why her body's not in there.
Oh, if her soul isn't able to rest because her grave is a portal to the Shadowfell.
She is the Shadowfell.
Maybe she's in the Shadowfell.
Oh.
Then what's
Why'd
in
you
this
hear
room?
that?
I don't know. Can we clean this window though?
I mean, yeah,
Leo.
you wiped it. You could see through it now. I mean, it's probably cracking it as well.
I go and I touch the doll.
Don't touch the
I'm going
doll.
to leave the room first.
All right, you touch one of the dolls.
I smack her head. Smack.
Do you try to smack her before she touches it, or
Absolutely try to smack her before the shot has doll.
both of you give me dex checks?
Dexterity.
Yep. Oh yeah, Mildred, you go to reach for one and he slaps your hand. It just comes out of nowhere.
Don't.
How dare you strike a lady?
Don't.
Aren't you a noble? Don't you know your manners? How do you get off touching me like that?
I'm
Don't.
appalled that you did that to my friend, Leo.
Well, not
Says the
doing
woman
good.
that's outside of the room while she tries to do this.
But this is when she came out. Is when we disturbed. We
Mildred,
dolls.
Mildred,
What?
Mildred, perhaps we should not be disturbing the dolls.
I have a question, Leo. I will not accuse you for hitting my friend now. I just have a question. Is any of these dolls magical?
What?
If Leo
My-
starts to cast,
Maybe it's a possessed doll.
I'm
My-
pretty sure
could
there's
I
no
have my
magic in this
toad
room
come
from
into
what
the
I
room?
Yeah. What do you
Maybe
have your
her.
toad do?
Can't hear you.
I can't hear it.
Oh, he like his tongue like shoots out and wraps around one of the dolls and eats it.
No!
How long is this attack? So I think it's like 5 feet, isn't it?
Yeah,
But-
he's standing. He just like hops up to the shelf, eats one of them.
Is this
Morty, no!
considered a giant toad? Like, how big is this toad? Because these are normal sized dolls.
He's a small beast.
Yeah.
Not
so
tiny.
he can knock it down. Like you would try to eat one and it would probably fall over. Yay, no.
I'm curious how big something that is small is. So something that is small,
Wouldn't be
You're
able to
small.
Wouldn't
It's
eat
5
a doll.
5 by 5 feet.
it's your size.
I'm not
You're
getting
small.
that detailed
I'm
into this.
small.
I'm just telling you your frog can't eat one of the dolls. They're not
Okay,
that
you just, like-
small.
Okay.
Yeah, you could totally like knock one
You just-
over.
Yeah, it
Or
knocks-
put partial in its mouth. It could be hanging out. So yeah, your dog hops up on that when Leopold's arguing with you, and knocks one of the dolls over. Gets it in its mouth, and then yeah, the piece of wood that was on the floor just hovers and flies at your frog as fast as possible. Let's see if it hits your doll or hits your frog. Alright, hold on. What's the AC of your frog?
13.
It flies at your frog, but your frog jumps out of the way just in time. Roll initiative with everybody.
God damn it, Millie.
I'm glad we're re-rolling every turn.
All right, so Fader, you see this piece of wood just go flying at the frog, and the frog jumps out of the way. What do you do?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know enough about my daggers, so I'm going to manifest one of my psychic daggers and throw it at the piece of wood.
Okay.
Does the frog count as an ally in terms of sneak attack?
I mean, I would suppose. Yeah, you hit that piece of wood, it splinters. It splinters, yeah, and pieces of the wood fly in different places, but it.
That piece of wood took psychic damage?
I mean, you hit it with a blade. Oh yeah, it's psychic damage. Never mind. So I guess your blade will just go into it, and then it disappears.
And do I notice that it doesn't take any damage?
I mean, I guess if it's a piece of wood, yeah, you notice piece of wood doesn't take damage.
Now I will I will stop manifesting the daggers and start pulling out one of my drow daggers for my next action, for my next attack. And for my bonus action, I will hide.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm happy where I am.
All right. Let's see. What was in this room? Yeah, so okay. Some more a piece of shattered clay from the roof, like the tiles, flies up and it goes after her frog again. And misses. The piece of tile just shatters against the wall. Have luck.
I am going to. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I am going to. So stupid. I'm gonna primal savagery the freaking doll that's in Morty's mouth. I'm gonna tear it up.
Okay.
$21.
Right. Give me a. I mean, does the frog try to stop her from doing it? Give me a acrobatics for the frog. So I guess it's D20.
Acrobatics for me?
No, for the frog.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, because I'm trying to figure. I guess yeah, because he would have to
Dodge out of my way.
Let me see. How do I want to do this? So you made an attack. I mean, the 21 would definitely hit. So I guess you attacked. You grabbed the frog. And I guess you try to pull it away. Give me contested dexterity checks. I guess would be, or maybe would that be strength check for the frog? Is that how that works? I can't remember. So strength check from the frog, right?
I think it would be strength for Hemlock and either dexterity or strength for the frog.
Yeah, okay, I knew it was.
Oh,
one
so
of the
strength
two.
for me?
Yeah, so give me strength and then the frog gets to pick.
He'll take strength.
So 10.
You get, so just a straight +1. Oh wait, what was the?
You got a crit fail.
Oh, plus a -5 for strength. So, yeah, you grab it out of the mouth. What do you do with it?
I rip it up.
The doll? Okay.
Did we not come up here to try to put this spirit to rest?
Yeah, you're a group of
Evil!
horrible people.
Leopold, what do you do? You just see her
You gonna
grab the
stop me?
front, grab, huh?
I was gonna ask Leo if he's gonna help stop me.
I'm going to walk out of the room. They did it. It's on them.
All right. So Leopold, you walk out and just start going down the
Yes.
stairs. All right.
Yes.
Mildred.
So Millie is going to have her toad help her with her attack.
In what way?
In helping her to perceive where the board actually came from and attacking whatever's there.
It was on the floor, like it just flew off the floor at somebody. So you would have saw.
It didn't look like
came up.
it didn't look like it flew from anywhere. It just kind of like
Nope. Everything that's coming at you guys is just lying on the floor, and it just like kind of levitates off real quick and flies at somebody. What you gonna do?
I am going to leave. I'm just going to like
Just
start
go.
swinging. I'm gonna just start swinging around wildly.
With your staff?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
And so is my toad. He's like they're just looking.
With
Okay, actually.
disadvantage. Hey, yeah, you're just swinging that shillelagh around, and you don't hit anything. Yeah, Hemlock, you just see her going.
And then, and my toad will do the same. It gets +6 to attack. It fails miserably.
Yeah, it just it looks like it's attacking the air. I said it.
Yup.
Fader.
Ooh, do we reset the round?
It automatically did.
I'm looking into this room of just absolute chaos, and I suddenly realize I'm not willing to throw one of my drow daggers in there, so I'm going to draw one of the regular, just everyday daggers that I got from a previous.
So you dropped the drow dagger?
I sheathed the drow.
You can't.
dagger.
You can't do both. You can either drop your weapon to pull out another one, or you would have to put it away, and that's your action.
I will drop it, draw another one, and throw it, and then the next thing I do is going to be to pick up the drow dagger.
On your next turn.
Got those good rolls today.
Yeah, so you drop your dagger, you pull out another one, and throw it, and it just goes right into the wall.
Instead of bonus action hiding, can I bonus action pick up my drow dagger?
I don't think that's a bonus action.
Okay, then I will bonus action hide and just sort of crouch next to my dagger.
Okay. Your dagger flies off the ground.
if I lose that dagger. I assume you meant my drow dagger and not the normal one that I
Yep,
just threw.
your drow one. What is your AC?
Mine?
Yes.
Does it matter that my stealth check was a 17?
Does it? Let's see. I guess so. I guess I wouldn't have seen you. Who else is in this room? Mildred. No, I'll roll then. Hemlock or Mildred, one or two. Goes after Hemlock. What is your AC? 12?
Yeah.
So you just see this drow dagger on the floor go right at you. Hitting you
Ow!
for 2 piercing damage.
How much?
2.
Okay.
Leopold.
Leo is just standing in the middle of the stairs, just listening to them scream and jump and things fly around, just holding his head in his hand and just like, why? And that's it.
Alright. Mildred.
Mildred's going to be like, Hemlock, dear, do you think you could use a bit of fairy fire in here? And then
She's pleading with this drow
And then-
dagger.
and then she's just gonna prepare her and her toad are gonna prepare to attack anything that may start like appear within range.
Wait a minute, give me one. What was special about the drow dagger? Didn't it have something?
Oh shit.
No, my two drow daggers are not magical. They're just
Oh, they didn't have any
Right
like a
here.
poison thing. Okay,
they have a value to me.
gotcha. All right, sorry. All right, so Hemlock, or Mildred, you say that, and did you do anything else?
Prepare to attack me and the toad. Prepare to attack things.
With
that are
what?
within range. With a shillelagh, and
Okay.
him is just regular attack.
So you're gonna stay where you are in the room?
Move right there.
All right, so yeah, you get in the center. You prepare. Hemlock.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the dagger in me, and I will cast fairy fire on the whole room.
All right. Okay. What does it look like when you cast fairy fire? Oh yeah, all the little bugs, lightning bugs,
All
kind
the
of
little
thing.
lightning bugs, yeah.
Yeah, so all your lightning bugs start to flutter around the room, and they all start landing on something right to the north of you. And you see the outline of this. I mean, it's hard to. It doesn't really look like. You can't tell if it's a girl or not, but it's just. It looks deformed, and it's just. And it just like when it lights up, it freaks out, and it just gives off this scream, like this high pitched sound. Yep, and you see it now.
Ooh, there she is!
I attack.
All right, triggering Mildred's.
Oh, there she is. And a smackaroo. Oh. Here. Just normal, right? Or advantage?
Just normal. Oh wait, no, advantage, yeah, because it has fairy fire. Nice, that hits it. All right.
And then just I don't know where my toad is, but I assume he's near like the shelves.
Yeah.
Can he attack?
Yep.
So +6.
Hits.
So it's going to be +6 damage. So it'll be 7 piercing damage.
+6 to damage? What is this?
Maul, melee weapon attack. +4. Attack is 4 plus the spell's level. Damage is 1d8 +4 plus the spell's level, which is 2.
Okay. Damn. So 7 total? Oh, wait, what did I just do?
No, it was a 1 plus a 4?
Oh,
Oh, no, 1, yeah. 1 plus 6 was 7 damage. Yes, 7 damage total. Piercing damage.
all right. Yeah, your
And I-
frog attacks this thing, and it just makes out this screech. It looks like it kind of fades in and out a little bit. Is that it?
Yes.
Hemlock.
Okay. I'm gonna do something different. I'm going to rip the dagger out of my leg and freaking plunge it into this lady.
Okay. Leopold sees Hemlock using his favorite dagger. She's like, shing!
I am going to want that back.
That's a hit. You jab it into this creature. You jab it right into the center of its chest, and this light kind of flashes, and it just puts out this shriek, and then it just kind of, all this energy kind of shoots out, and it just vanishes. You killed it.
Wow.
Oh, well done, dear. That was very badass.
Oh, thank you.
May I have my dagger back?
Yes, you can. And if this goes into my leg again, I'm going to beat you
I
up when
don't-
you're sleeping, okay?
I hardly think you can blame that on me. I would think that would
who
be more on
drops a
Millie.
dagger? Here you go. Yeah.
Who initiated this fight?
Oh, that would be me. I did that.
Millie.
Are you fools done beating up a little girl?
Well, she wasn't a little
She
girl.
was a full-fledged evil manifestation.
Hopefully.
Out of curiosity, what would happen if we were to touch a doll now?
I'm scared.
Could we get you a frog to touch a doll? I
Why
say
not?
as a
Millie
backup plan.
just goes and touches it.
Yeah, you touch the dolls, and nothing happens.
R.I.P. that girl.
This house is clean.
This house is clean.
I would
As I
like to
burn
I'd
some
like to start
sage.
investigating or searching the dolls then.
Shaking it about.
What
Sage.
is everyone else doing? Let's start with Mildred.
Oh, these are highly collectible, you know. These are the 19 or the 107, you know, little girl special model dolls.
Leopold, you see Fader looking around. What are you doing? What's doing that?
Sighing heavily, and I will go to the pieces of the doll that Hemlock ripped up, and I will mend it.
Okay.
Perhaps someone could help me search.
This doll is mine
Treasure.
now.
Hemlock, what are you doing?
I take the doll back from Leo once he mends it, and I put it in my backpack because it's mine
All right.
now.
Fader, give me an investigation.
Is somebody going to help me?
Yes, I will help you.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should grab one of these dolls and put it on the Shadowfell grave, just in
Ooh.
memoriam.
We should
Maybe-
go into the Shadowfell.
No, I did not say that.
But that's where the treasure is.
No, it's not.
It's the
Millie.
only place left.
Millie, we are not going into that. We are not digging up another grave. You hear me?
We dug up all the other ones.
Yes, but this one's special, and the ravens would be so
It's
mad
only
at
special
us.
because it has the door to the treasure vault.
We are not going down there. Young lady, we are staying here.
As you're trying to look through the dolls, you have Mildred and Hemlock screaming and arguing, completely like distracting you, and you don't find really anything out of the ordinary. But these dolls are just regular dolls.
So much for helping, Mildred. Thank you very much.
I was helping while screaming. You rolled crappy. I can't help it.
Does it make sense? Does it make sense to collect some of these dolls and bring them with us back to the library? Would they be appreciative of the antiquity?
Probably
They're
not.
just handmade dolls.
I am taking one back though to show our mentor. And I'm gonna say like a little girl's soul was stuck in it or something. I'm gonna say that. And we
Is there any sort of like ethereal dust left behind by the entity that we destroyed?
ooh, ectoplasm.
Give me a perception check. You don't find anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Well, if we're not going to dig up that little girl's grave and plunge ourselves into the Shadowfell, let's just go home.
Let's put a doll on her grave and go home. Yes.
Oh, let's. Yes. Okay.
All
But
right.
I am keeping one. This creepy little doll that's in a little Victorian outfit. She has blonde hair and green eyes. This is mine. There you go. Boop.
Guys, I've got to stay.
Surely that won't be cursed and strangle you in the middle of the night. Surely.
It's gonna intimidate some people. Just watch.
Okay.
Could-
Hmm. What are you gonna say?
Bringing the
I-
Annabelle doll back with us.
Could I pay you to go there?
No,
Got 5 gold pieces.
dear. We will come back. I pinky promise. And you know I don't go back on my pinky
But
promises.
there's an ethereal gateway to
No.
another realm. It's what I'm all about. I love traveling to different
know.
places.
We will come back. We will come
We'll
back.
study upon it, okay? We need to research. We don't even
I
know
would
what's
like
on
to
the
know
other
more about-
side.
I would like to know more about
Is there
this
any
matter.
even any more fog coming out of the grave, considering we killed the tether to it?
I mean, when you get back down there, you do see the fog is still slowly coming up.
Damn it.
It's actually pretty foggy.
Yeah, it is. Oop, we have
You
made it
know,
mad.
opportunities like this don't come around. You know, we could have another maniacal taskmaster above us again. We're here now. Let us go and see what the other realm has for us.
You know what?
Really?
Sure, Mildred, you go. You have fun with
We
that.
will go.
I'm going to
I'm
go
Tell
in this
her
way.
that. No, Millie, you are not going. That's his final. Not yet, okay?
No. She should go. She should go.
No,
wanna
And
go.
we should go home.
Just because you don't like her being all crusty and smelly doesn't mean that we need to get rid of her. I like her and I want her to be alive. And she's my friend.
I'm jumping right in.
No, you're not. You can't.
I mean, yeah, there's the dirt. You have to move the dirt first.
Okay.
I am putting the doll on the little girl's grave. I'm sorry that I stabbed you in the chest. If that was really you, I apologize. Wherever you are, we will be back. You can take revenge on me then. I'm taking one of your dolls. I apologize, but I think it's creepy and cool, so have a nice death. We're going back to Candlekeep.
All right.
Come
Y'all-
on, Millie.
Fine.
I hold her hand.
Vader, is there anything you do before you leave?
No, I was going to look around for something that we could, not mark the graves, but sort of adorn the graves. But I suspect, I mean, as I look around, do I see flowers anywhere, like wildflowers?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, as you can see, like from the picture I showed, it's just mostly all dead vegetation around. You don't see anything that has color. So it's dead flowers.
I think about suggesting that we go back up and get a doll for each grave, but then I look at Leopold and think better of it.
Leopold, is there anything you're doing?
Scowling heavily.
All right, so yeah, you all start to walk away. Hemlock had placed a doll on the grave. Hemlock, as you guys are walking away, I can see her looking back at the doll she left. But when you look back, you just see the end tail of the doll being sucked into the ground.
I keep on walking. I don't even say that anything because Millie would just stand there and think that she's gonna get fucked up.
Millie's just like takes like a huge lick of her toad as she's walking away. She's just like, I'm going somewhere, whether you guys like it or not.
All right.
All right,
Just
with
hold
that,
on to me.
we'll take our first 10-minute break. All right, that's funny.
Huzzah!
Yeah, huzzah!
Our first treasure hunt ended in misery.
It didn't though. We got the
Great
tread.
Potion and an Orcus statue and some random vanilla gear.
I got a doll.
Oh, we got the gold coin.
And a gold coin. Yeah, that says
And
Baronia.
memories.
Something Ovia.
Yeah.
And a passageway to the Shadowfell, which we will use soon enough.
I know what I'm going to be researching the next time we're in the library.
Places that say Ovia.
Exactly. It would be a lot easier if I knew the first letters rather than the last letters, but that just makes it more challenging.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Hmm.
If I knew things about the Fazani, would this help Vader?
What do you mean?
Since I read the book on Fasani, I just wanted to let you.
So, you guys headed off. It's taking longer than usual to load. Does anyone else see the map yet, or is it just a black screen?
Black
Black
screen.
I'll try to refresh it.
Yeah, I guess I'll try that too. I'm not sure what's going on today.
Should we all refresh as well?
If you see a black screen, that's all you're seeing. Maybe it's just taxing the server. It shouldn't.
We blame the weather.
Huh, I see. Because for somehow the site turned on the map, so that's why we're just seeing nothing. There we go. Sorry about that.
I'm here. I'm so sucked into drinking prosecco.
All right, so yeah, you guys are hiking your way back to Candlekeep through the hills, the mountains, the valleys that you came through. The first day goes by. There was nothing of interest. Would there have been anything you guys would have talked about the entire day as you're traveling?
So, what are we going to say to our mentor when we get there?
That's
I
actually
would-
a valid point.
I think we
what
should.
did we?
I think we should pretty much tell her the truth.
See
Okay.
if this
Which
is
truth?
live by the time we get back.
That is true. There is a good chance she'll be dead.
What did we say when we left? We said we gave a reason why we were leaving.
That the previous guy,
Snapple.
that Snapples, had sent us off on this journey to follow this map and discover the treasure therein, which we
So-
successfully did.
And we
So
have a
was-
secret society.
So it was just we told the truth that we were leaving to go on a treasure hunt, and
We did.
we went on a treasure hunt.
Indeed.
Oh. What did we find?
The statue of Orcus.
Ah, perfect.
Perfect.
What is Leopold? What is Leopold thinking or doing while they're having this whole conversation?
He's wondering if this is his life now. This is what he's stuck with. And he's somewhat inwardly panicking, but he'd be happy to get rid of the thing of Orcus, that's for sure, because it's creepy and evil and giving off an unpleasant feeling from his backpack. But he'll be happy.
And a terrible, terrible stench. Forever unclean.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll have to burn that backpack of yours.
To burn a lot of things.
Okay. Everyone give me perception checks. All right. So you're traveling for the day. You come up with this great plan to lie to your new teacher. Well, I guess using some truth. And you come. The night has come. The day is over. You guys set up camp off to the side and have your watches. The night goes by without any incidences. It was actually a nice and restful night. The temperature was just right. And you wake up fresh the next day and start on your journey.
Sleeping on a dirt floor, really does not do good on your back.
Oh,
you-
it feels great, doesn't it? You know, just sleeping in the open, in nature.
Aren't you a priest
yeah.
of nature, Hemlock?
I am. Doesn't mean that I don't enjoy a bed.
Doesn't mean that you like being out in nature.
I love the
Fresh
birds.
spread of
I love the
bit of
animals.
grass.
I
Just-
don't like,
Last night's
Not
bed
being
was more
comfortable.
comfortable than. Last night's bed was more comfortable than most of the beds that I had growing up.
Well, that's very sad, sir. Well, you're with us, and you're at the school now, so yeah. Now you're older, you can afford things. I don't know. Kind of.
Alright. So this is what you guys talk about as you travel?
Yeah.
Alright. As you are traveling through the woods... Let's see. I'm assuming the marching order is all the same. We had... Who was up front? Fader. Mildred, second, Hemlock, and then Leopold.
Yes, and typically I have Pinion flying above.
A what?
My owl flying above.
Okay. What is the passive perception of your owl?
Passive perception of an owl. Let me look at that. Um, 13.
Okay. And I'm assuming it's always staying within 100 feet.
Yes.
Alright, give me a perception check with your owl.
So it's 19 plus, I think that's 3. Let me check.
Well,
Yes, 3.
okay. So, as you guys are walking, as you guys are walking, your owl suddenly alerts to you. And when you look through its eyes, you can see that there is something pretty massive, kind of crouched down in the bushes directly in front of Fader. Everyone roll initiative. And
Do I notice this?
nope.
We don't have tokens to select, will it? Do it
Oh,
regularly?
I'm sorry. Let me bring you to the map. Nope. Unless you guys are walking at a slow pace, I'll use your passive perceptions. Otherwise, you'd be all marching half pace if you're going to be actively watching and looking. Why isn't this working? It was crouched and hiding. waiting for you to come. But luckily, his owl warned you guys just in time, so there is no surprise round. And you see Leopold through your owl's eyes, the massive owl bear.
Oh, dear Lord.
What is happening here? I need one from Mildred, right? What is this music? Alright, turn that off.
Sorry, I'm having all sorts of issues over here.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you guys see this massive owl bear. Luckily with Leopold's owl crouching, waiting. What did you say, Leopold? How did you warn him?
Oh, God, that's big.
As he says that, Mildred, you kind of look and yeah, you kind of see this owl bear it was just sitting there like waiting. It wasn't moving. Waiting to attack. Did we lose?
I could see it.
Yep. Only because he pointed it out. So. I guess technically I would have you look, but I'm just giving it to you.
I appreciate it. So I am going to cast blindness on the owlbear.
Because I would hope Leopold would like point or something. Right there. Yeah. But if I'm wrong, I'll make sure I don't
So it
make
needs to
that
make a
mistake next time.
DC Constitution saving throw or be blinded.
DC what? 13? It gets a 16. When you do that, yeah, it gets mad. Its eyes narrow and it just puts out this high-pitched owly screech.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to use my regular halo of spores when it moves in close, but and then I'm gonna move. Like right here, and then
Okay.
Imogen.
Leopold.
Oh, big. I am going to cast Mirror Image on myself. Don't know why it's not casting. We had to reload, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even see Mildred anymore.
I'm reloading.
And then I will back up.
What does it look like when you cast that spell?
So he kind of traces a hand over his watch, and it's almost like he rewinds himself, like after images of where he's been stepping
I
just start
love
to
it.
appear, and then it spreads out.
So that's kind of cool. Like he can like rewind back time and he kind of like steps back outwards, like where he was. Like and there's two of them in front of him. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, you do that. You step back and these two other versions in front of you. Is that it?
Yep. That's my turn.
All right. Hemlock.
All right. I am going to cast Entangle. Add the
Okay.
Yep. So. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I just want to move up a
Strength
little bit.
saving throw or be restrained by the entangled plants.
Mm-hmm.
What's the DC?
My
your,
DC.
Your spell save DC.
Oh, sorry. 13.
Okay. Owlbear, don't fail me now. This thing looks so hungry. These vines kind of wrap around its legs and its arms, and it just rips out of them and it just screeches at you as it gets a 17.
Okay. Bonus action. I turn into a wolf.
Nice. All right. What kind of wolf? Oh, don't we have them
Yeah.
already?
We should.
No, I thought I have them up there. A dire wolf?
Yeah.
Go. Boom. And is that it?
And I start moving.
That's awesome. You see her turn into this wolf and are you letting down that spell?
Mm,
Because then it would be difficult
Smart.
terrain for you.
yeah. Okay, I'll stop right there. I'll wait until he comes next to my friends.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Fader.
All right, I'm going to step back into the bushes next to Millie. I'm going to throw my first dagger, and then bonus action hide in the trees, in the bushes.
Okay. That's definitely a hit. All right. Yeah, your psychic blades hit it. It kind of shakes its head a little. Is that it?
I'm going to bonus action hide once I'm in the tree.
Okay. Why did you just move? All right. Owlbear is next. I mean, it sees this massive wolf. It sees Mildred and Hemlock. It's probably going to go after the wolf. It's right in its way, and it looks like the biggest threat. So it charges right at you, Hemlock,
Okay.
and it attacks with its claws. $17
Hits.
for 12 slashing damage. And then it takes its beak and it goes in for a bite. $13. I believe that's a
Misses.
miss.
14's my AC.
All right, Fader.
Okay, I'm going to assume that the 22 stealth roll was sufficient.
Yep.
Do I get advantage on my?
You do. Plus, in that you're next to an ally, so. That's definitely a hit. 10. All right, yeah. Out of nowhere, the psychic blade just comes right up through the bushes and hits this owlbear, and the thing just screeches, and you're just pissing it off. Is that it?
I'm going to move across this path to the bushes to the south of me and do a bonus action hiding.
Okay. All right. Owlbear goes next. In a fury, it bites at Hemlock.
Okay.
It gets 17.
Yeah.
For 11 slashing.
Okay.
And then it goes in for another beak attack. A 12, and it misses. Just can't land those beak attacks. Hemlock.
Okay, I'm going to bite at it. $24?
Oh yeah, that hits.
13 damage.
Alright.
It has to take a do a strength saving throw, and it has to be 13.
Alright, you guys
Or
are... Yeah,
round.
that was a big big bite you got into it. Gets an 11.
He is proned.
It's now prone. Alright. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Leopold.
He's prone. That means I can't really. I'm gonna have disadvantage, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and cast an Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
Oh, still 19.
Oh, that's some good damage.
10 damage. I'm gonna have my owl come down about 30 feet above it, and that'll end my turn.
Alright, Mildred. You see this poor owlbear, it's all bleeding out of its side. It's ferociously attacking the wolf, but it's suddenly realizing it's out of I don't know, it's
Running full speed. And usually. Oh, and it's at advantage.
Yep, that hits. You knock it over the head, and it just looks like it's almost gonna go out. It looks so dazed and confused. Did you do anything else?
That will end my turn.
You don't have anything else? No spores?
I have spores on its turn.
Oh. Alright. Mildred, it's your go again. You're just like, you see this thing dazed and confused, and you're just like,
Fused
"No."
with energy. Not today, son of him.
Awesome, that's it. What do you say to it as you kill it?
10 damage. I'm sorry, you beautiful beast. Wham! And I just blast it across the face and just explode its skull. Oh,
It
jeez,
just
Louise.
drops.
I almost feel bad about that one. Look at that beautiful fur.
Active perception.
What do you...
I feel like in some way
Just for
we need to
looking
utilize
around, listening
every
around for
piece of this
if it had a mate.
picture. Perhaps
Right.
I can tear out his eyeballs and make some sort of stew.
Yeah, Vader, you don't see anything as you're hiding in the bushes still. A lot of brush around you. It's hard to see through it. So yeah,
I just like look over. I just like look over at Brittany, and I'm just like, it's a good thing we have these big, strong men out here to help us, isn't it? Hiding in the bushes.
I'm still wolf, so I'm just nodding. I'm gonna drop my vines so the
As
body
I
can
beat
go
this
down.
Okay.
creature with my own fists, I am a kung fu old lady.
Aren't you druids supposed to, like, talk to nature and not kill it?
Not when it tries to eat us.
Best
Rule 1 in nature:
druids
don't get eaten.
ever.
All right. So yeah, you, you have this wolf, probably licking its wounds. You have this beautiful beast, just dead, crushed in skull. Vader, you don't see anything. What else do you guys do? Anything, or do you guys head back off?
Would this creature's pelt be worth anything?
I feel like we should properly. I'm like a hermit. Can I nature this?
If you had, let's see the skills.
Probably
You-
nature, right?
Yeah. Well, no, probably survival. I
Yeah,
would
no,
say
I don't do
more
that
than
either.
nature.
That's me, but I'm still wolf. If you ask me.
Do it with your teeth.
I would not suggest skinning this beast to save the pelt using a wolf's teeth.
You know, some wolves are like surgeons with their teeth. They.
On the other hand, skinning this beast would be quite the lengthy process.
What do you have
I
better
start
to
walking
do?
off.
You ready to get back to the books then?
I'm just curious, as a wolf, would Hemlock start to eat some of it? Like if she was hungry, like would you turn into a beast to eat something as a beast and then turn back to be full? Because doing it in human form would kind of be gross, but doing it in an animal form would look totally natural. That's
Yeah, it is
interesting.
natural. I mean,
So would she do that?
which it's more like, am I me in my head, or am I
With druids,
the wolf?
you're
Yeah,
you
don't you?
instead of polymorph, where you're the creature. So
Yeah. Don't you keep your mental
I
and
can
or
also
personality
speak
stats?
with you telepathically. So
Yeah, you keep your intelligence and stuff, but I feel
Okay.
like that animal
My
instinct will
feral-
still
yeah,
be
that's
part
what I
of
was
you, like it'll become part of your personality. Even
Am I
though
hungry? I've been walking
you've been
a
eating
while.
You've been eating like travel rations for days.
because in wolf form, I feel
Fresh
like it,
meat.
yeah, it might smell good to you.
I'll chomp in, man. That's a good burger right there.
You don't have to. I'm just asking if that's what she
No,
would do.
I'm
she.
just like,
I'm not
that's
vegan.
savage. Look at that. She's
Yeah.
eating him.
You just see this big wolf. Take him.
I'm like,
Chunks
Vader, get
out.
in there and rip off his claws.
see, these is why druids end up with so many intestinal parasites.
All right. Yeah. So at this point of the day, how long you stay in wolf form until it goes away?
Yeah, it goes away.
Okay.
I mean, if you start walking, I'll walk as a wolf,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
I'll keep my eye out since I have wolf. What do I have?
You have
Hold on, I
keen
have
sense, right?
yeah, that yeah,
Yep.
Wolf awareness.
wolf awareness.
Yeah. So give me a perception check with advantage.
20.
Yeah, as you're walking with, you guys are walking with this massive wolf. Wolf is looking around. You are pretty confident that there's nothing else stalking you as you're walking. But as you guys are getting later in the day, the sun is starting to set. You can feel Fader and Mildred. You can feel your eyes starting to bother you a little.
I was not touched by the owlbear, correct?
He was not. You
And
were not.
I'm fearing. I'm feeling.
You and I,
I'm like.
you and I,
I'm feeling unnaturally sleepy. I
are,
think
are we
something's
feeling,
afoot.
are we feeling sleepy?
No.
Um,
Are any
does
of you
anybody
guys
else,
feeling like this?
does anybody else feel their eyes, something strange in their eyes?
Oh, it's terrible. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
No, I'm fine.
You and I were the only ones who went down in that well.
Oh,
Is there anything else that you and I were the only ones that did?
I haven't even taken a shower yet. I can't believe he hasn't casted a prestidigitation on me. I smell awful.
I think you have pink eye.
I am not new.
Can I go and do like a
I
medicine check or
cast
something?
lesser restoration on myself.
Okay.
Do you need like diamond dust for that?
Oh, do you?
I do not see that, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
You need that for greater. I don't know about that.
It doesn't.
Nope.
I don't think
Verbal
it
and
doesn't have.
somatic.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, yeah, no.
Do I notice something happening to my vision, or do my eyes just feel strange?
They're at the moment, yeah, they're starting to hurt. I mean, since they're starting to like hurt, it is causing you to squint a little. So it's that way. It's like affecting your vision. Hemlock, as you are looking into their eyes, give me a medicine check. Are you proficient with medicine by any chance?
No. I thought I was, but no.
Just give me
I'm not.
medicine. Yeah, you
I'm
won't have it.
proficient.
But
Oh.
I mean, it's happening to you. So are you're gonna try to
I'm
squint into
So I'm more
Fader's
aware of
eyes?
what's happening to me than other people. I can assess my own abilities.
15.
Yeah, you don't know what this is, but you suddenly can see in Fader's eye like a tear start to form, a little tiny one, but it's red. It starts to come down.
Oh, don't cry. Why are you crying?
I wasn't aware that I was.
I touch it. I go, here.
Yeah, you got a red smear on your finger.
Oh,
Is it blood?
I smell it.
Being the half animal, you can smell blood.
That is blood, dear.
Oh my god.
you
Can
die.
anybody cure disease?
I did cast lesser restoration on myself.
Will that cure a disease?
I don't know.
It
Yes,
will not.
It either one disease or condition.
Ah. Would somebody mind if you've got some means by which you could cure a disease? Would somebody mind doing that for me?
I'm waiting
Could
to
you
see
do
the
that,
effect of my own
Millie?
lesser. I cast it on myself. I don't even know what's happened yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so as you look at Mildred's eyes, you can see them kind of start to go back to normal.
It's working. It's working, Millie. Do it to him, dear. He's
I cast
die.
lesser restoration on him as well.
Okay.
Actually, I can't do that.
I was gonna just look to
Oh.
see how many spells you
I cast it on myself, but it will not work on him.
So yeah. So your
Well,
eyes
Cast
are just
to him
like
in the morning.
starting to bleed blood. Every now and then you'll see a teardrop of blood coming out of Fader's eyes.
Well, at least we know it's just a bit of a disease, and as long as we can take a long rest at some point in the near future, we'll be able to cure you of your affliction.
Not entirely certain. I'd like to fix this by just sleeping it off.
Well,
I mean,
then
I can give you
you
a
need
very...
Will you be able to cast that spell again tomorrow?
Yes.
Hopefully you don't die or suffocate or choke
Yeah,
on your
what
own
happens?
tongue.
A little bit less of that.
Or your eyes bulge out and you're like, "Ah!"
Much better. Thank you. Thank you.
and you go blind. Is it because of some fungus or something, Millie? Didn't your toad take some samples?
He's been dead for a while, dear. He was a
Oh,
ethereal manifestation of a toad.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Maybe don't go swimming in filthy, filthy water next time.
That's
Oh,
just
that's-
how. Listen, you got to be adventurous.
Do you have any ability to heal or cure disease, Leopold?
Why would I have any of that?
Because you're magical time warping, some sort of magician. That's why.
I'll do this. Fader,
Yes.
you're not worried about it.
Since you asked him to cast magic on you, I'm like, you let that slide. Give me a wisdom saving throw. You are no longer worried.
I feel better already. I suspect that I will feel just fine for in the neighborhood of 8 hours.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Let's be on our way.
As his eyes are just constantly like tearing every now and then, little drips of blood.
I keep an eye on Vader.
What a wonderful day this is. I love
Millie-
walks in the
Millie's like
forest.
ripping her balls off and just watching the blood like run down into his face. She's just like her mind is blown. She's like, ah!
That's the most interesting use of suggestion I've ever done, by the way.
I love it. That's great. Yeah, you just wanted to
so
shut him up.
wild,
That's
man.
amazing. All right, Hemlock. So Hemlock, what do you do when you see that?
Oh my god.
Oh, you said you're keeping an eye on him. That's right.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on him. I'm just really close to him. Also, Millie, since she's tripping balls over there, I'm like the mother of the whole freaking group, just watching her kids.
All right.
Worry. Okay.
So yeah, you continue to go on your way, and the sun goes down. You guys set up camp and do your watches.
Can I see?
You can see. You just have a -1 to attacks, and what is it? Attack rolls and ability checks that rely on sight.
That
So
you said
see
-1,
red.
not disadvantage.
Nope, just a penalty. All right, and you guys go to sleep. Who's doing the first watch?
I will take the first watch.
I'll be happy to take the second half
No.
of the night.
Oh dear.
I'll just do my normal
No, rest. Have a
meditation for
rest.
4 hours and no, I'm fine.
Oh
I'm sure-
dear.
I have 8 hours passed, by the way. I don't know what time it was when that spell was cast.
It was like late afternoonish.
So it'll be wearing off right about the middle of my watch.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, dear. Please, just yes. Okay. Shh. Everybody, shush.
And give me a,
And I'm watching him. I'm like, oh,
give me a perception
it's just
check.
tears.
Lock.
All 14.
Right. Yeah, you're just as you're looking around, so you're not really noticing much in the woods because you keep on looking at Fader's face. Just, as you're watching it, it's getting worse too. It's just like it's just dripping blood, and it's
I
just
feel so
all down
bad.
his face.
I feel like I should be getting lightheaded.
I mean, the drips. It's just making it look
Yeah,
worse.
but you're not
from all
worried
the-
about it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not worried about it. A drip isn't gonna kill you for now. But yeah, nothing comes out of the woods or attacks. And who do you wake up next?
Leo. I smack him. Leo, wake up.
Fine. It's fine. Watch
It's your
this.
turn.
Sure.
Make sure Vader doesn't die on your watch.
He's
You're literally-
fine. Look at him all zen and shit over there with his
I
eyes
know you
bleeding.
did something. I'm going to bed.
All right.
All right. Like goes bed. Fader, give me your perception check. What does Fader do while this is throughout the night?
Well, it's Leo actually.
I'm sorry, Leo. Sorry, Leo.
And I'm going to keep watch with the owl because he has a higher perception than Leo.
Okay. Yeah, same thing. As the night goes on, you just see the blood coming down Fader's face. Your owl's searching through the skies. Of course, your owl will see other animals like moving around. Most of them are not hunters or anything like that, so they kind of just keep going on their way. And you have no problems. Do you wake up Fader next, or do you let him just leave him?
No, well, I'm sure he'll be in quite a lot of pain in the next hour or so. So I will go ahead and wake up Millie.
Oh dear, what's happening?
Mage hand, wake up Millie.
Oh, I still haven't taken a bath. What is that smell?
It's you. Now, it's your turn to watch since gentleman over there who dove her headfirst into a well of filth is still bleeding from the eyes. So, enjoy your watch.
Oh, I love watches. This is great. I just sit myself up. I summon my. Well, no, because I haven't done the breaths yet. That's fine. I just sit here and watch.
Okay. And you actually do a watch?
I feel like about half an hour into Mildred's watch. I mean, I only need 4 hours of meditation, so I'm waking up as it is, and I suspect that this spell is pretty much worn off by now.
Well, yeah, I would assume you would come out of it too after a good maybe like you said 30 minutes. So Mildred, yeah, as you're sitting there, you're watching the blood come out of his eyes, and then Fader, you start to come out of it when you do feel the pain starting to come back as Leopold's spell wears off.
Do I remember Leopold's casting that spell on me?
I mean, it's what does suggestion say?
Please tell me I'm aware of it.
Does it say you're? I mean, I guess you would have been. Yeah, you would be aware that he casted magic because you told him to. But what I'm trying to understand is if you would just suddenly think that it, like, would you? Because you thought it was okay all this time, but would you then just all of a sudden be like, wait, this isn't okay? It's hurting. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how that spell would end.
Well, I suspect, as the spell wears off, I'm going to suddenly, I was worried, and then suddenly for 8 hours I wasn't worried, and now the spell is wearing off, so now all of a sudden I think I'd be worried.
Yeah, you'd be worried again, like, oh, it wasn't as bad as it was, but now it's worse.
Might require an insight check.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give me an insight check. What's your spell safety DC? Well, we'll just use... I think that's gonna.
Yeah, my spell save was 14. So.
Yep. So yeah, you're aware. You're like, wait a minute, that pain went away, and now it's back.
I'm going to, for the good of the group, I'm not going to exact any revenge on Leopold now. I'm going to let him finish his long rest so that he gets his abilities back. But I'm going to chuck this up in my memory.
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
So,
you're asleep right now.
Mildred, you see Fader wake up. He's like pouting over there, mad, keeping it to himself. But does Mildred stay up as well?
Over at Leopold.
Yeah, I'm already up. I'm just like, does it look like he's still sick?
Oh yeah, his eyes are worse than they were. Now they're like completely bloodshot.
I'll like go over to him. I'm like, "Don't worry, dear. We're gonna clean this up in the morning. No problem." I just clean his face off with my dirty dress. I'm just like, but I use the clean part, you know? Like it's probably stinks, but it's clean-ish. It doesn't have any like dirt specifically on that spot. It just smells bad as I clean the blood off his face.
I'm almost tempted to lick your toad.
Oh, that's not the worst idea you've ever had, lad. I brewed you a bit of weak mushroom tea. Just have a touch of that.
Can I see the stars?
I mean, every now and then, like, you keep squinting, you might see some lights.
Can I get an idea of what time of night it is?
Give me a perception check. No, your eyes are just too blurry right now.
How long have you been on watch, Mildred?
Oh, like 6-7 hours, just chilling.
Okay, you need to go back. I'm after the appropriate amount of time has passed. I'm going to tell Mildred that she's got to go back to bed because she's the one who's going to be healing me, and if she doesn't get a full long rest, she's not going to be able to do that. Mildred, go back to bed. I will take the rest of the watch.
You make perfectly good sense, dear. I'm just gonna go over here, get myself some shut-eye.
I'm going to watch her and make sure that she does actually go to sleep.
Mildred is asleep. Like, he looks at her and she's just like already snoring.
I will take the last 2-hour watch.
All right. Give me the perception check again.
Is this -1?
Maybe. All right. Yeah, you're trying your hardest now to like keep looking for anything, and you're using your ears more than your eyes because your eyes are just in pain and hurting. But you don't. Nothing happens throughout the night, and the sun rises, and you all get a long rest.
I wake up. Does the long rest alleviate any of my symptoms?
Your eyes feel worse.
I wake up, Mildred. You have to do something for me.
When you wake up, Mildred, you just see blood pouring like on both sides of his eyes now coming down his face. Can't hear you.
I'm like, would you wake the dead? What a sight for morning eyes.
Mildred, I summon a dagger.
I know it's happening. Just take a deep breath.
I let the dagger.
Yeah, you all wake up.
Just here we go. Let's my spore. I'm like, huff and puff. Here we go. And all these spores just like pour out of me and just like start like attacking him and seeping into all of his like eyeballs and nose.
My eyes.
And then he's just cured of his illness.
Yeah, your eyes are back to white, no longer red or bleeding.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Feels great, doesn't it?
All.
Oh dear.
Good morning, Leopold.
Good morning. You look better. See, was nothing to worry about after all.
Indeed.
I produce a hanky. Here you go, favor.
When you blow your nose, it's like full of just like glowing green mushroom spores.
And there's no way that this hanky is dry. It's getting all the dried blood off of my face.
Oh, I cleaned that up with my dress already.
This is new blood.
Cleaned that all up for you.
It continued to bleed all night long.
My hanky has my initials on it, just so you know. HC. I would like that back after it's clean, sir. Yeah. After it's clean.
Okay. So you guys head off. continue your journey. This day is a... Let's see. It is clear skies today. And it is just a beautiful day. As you're walking through, you get to a main road, and you start to see people again traveling on the roads. They nod to you as they travel to their destinations. There's no kind of traveling merchants or anything like that you don't run into. But then off into the distance, after a full day of travel, you can see Candlekeep on the side next to the water. As you arrive that night, you get to the main gates. The guards are there. You show them your papers that you belong here, then they let you in. The gates open, and what do you guys do? It's the end of the night.
I desperately need a bath, and then we should all gather up at the inn for a good meal and some drinks.
And congratulations, you're level 4.
Thank God.
Woo!
I was, if you didn't level us up, I was gonna be like, please give me a level.
Yeah, you come in. It is nighttime, so Candlekeep. You can see a lot of the people headed over to the bar, the hearth, and it's kind of dead in the court of air. You said you were going to head to your rooms at the House of Rest. All of you.
To get, like,
Rest.
well, I am to get
Well,
cleaned up.
clean.
Yes.
Okay.
And to water all of my funguses.
What is... Sorry, I had like 2 things playing at the same time. All right, yeah. So you all, Leopold, I'm assuming you also head to your room.
Yes, I would head to my room and just duck into my watch for a couple hours.
Okay.
Before back at the mansion, I forgot to bring this up, but Brittany or Hemlock asked Leopold to cast detect magic on something, and I went like this
On your coin.
as though to hold my coin in the area, and I was just wondering if it lighted up as being magical.
Did you cast that, Leopold?
I pretty much keep it on since it's at will, basically.
Okay. If it was magical, would you tell Fader?
Yes, I'd tell Fada about them.
You don't see anything glowing on the coin.
No, it's not a magical coin. It's just a coin.
I told you it was just a coin, Leopold.
He did.
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Bet we're meeting up for dinner and drink.
Yes, come have a drink. I'm buying.
In that case, certain.
You need a bath first before you go.
I just said I'm going home to take a bath first. That's what we're all doing.
They're all gonna clean up and then head to the hearth. Are you gonna join them? Or are you gonna stay in your watch?
No, it's been a while since I've had wine. So I ran out halfway through the trip because these people drive me to drink incessantly. So I will go and enjoy some wine.
All right. So you all go back to your rooms. Mildred, when you walk into your door, you can see on your table all these like tiny, thin, bluish black lines kind of branching out all from the petri dish that you collected that goo in, and it kind of it's crawling on the walls, it's crawling on down the side of the dresser, going into the crevices. You recognize it, since this is your thing, as the mycelium network of fungus. Fader, when you walk into your room, you are also seeing the same thing from that sample that you collected that you tried to run tests on, and it's just all over and crawling up the walls. It's about a good, I would say, 4 by 4 branches, kind of growing from there. We'll start with Mildred. What did you say, or how do you react to that?
I immediately begin to inspect it and attempt to determine what exactly is happening here.
Give me a... what is that for you? Nature check?
Is it possible that this in some way might be medicinal? Because it's like
I get what you're
maybe
saying.
it is a sort of medicine.
I mean, if you want to see if it is something that would relate to, like, yeah,
I
something that
see
you
if
would
it was
do.
something that will hurt us.
All right,
and
give
that
me
it might be
a
poisonous or
medicine check.
dangerous.
If that's what you're looking for, give me a medicine check.
I get to reroll that. I have halfling luck.
Does it automatically roll for you? No, it didn't. That's interesting.
Man, I have bad rolls today.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like this before. You do know that it is a fungus. You don't see any of the, I forget what they're called, the actual bloom of the fungus cap, but you do see a mycelial network traveling across the desk and everything, hitting the walls. Is that it?
I mean, that's what I did.
Okay. Then we'll go to Fader. How do you react to this?
After my initial surprise and alarm, first question is, do I recognize it as being fungal?
What are your skills? Let me see. Do you have any efficiencies? Give me a... I'm trying to figure out how you would recognize fungus. Give me a perception.
I may not be able to.
Yeah.
If I can't, then the first thing I would do would be to use my poisoner's kit to see if it's poisonous.
All right. Yeah, you could do that.
If I could remember how to find my poisoner's kit.
I think it's just using your proficiency to something. That, and then hit the button in the chat. Oh, it doesn't. Will it let you? If you just
I pushed the use poison.
Oh, nothing happened.
I pushed the use poisoner's kit button and nothing happened.
Oh.
and now it's giving me the little circle with the line through.
Just roll a d20.
And what attribute would that use?
It's a whatever it is. It's a +2, so I think it's your wisdom.
Okay, so it would be a plus my proficiency.
Proficiency. Yep.
Would be +4, so 8.
All right. Yeah, you are taking pieces off and put it in your petri dishes and applying your little chemical revealing things on it, and it doesn't show up as any kind of poison. You can tell it's organic, not synthetic. With an 18, you can tell I feel like might have seen this on Mildred's. I feel like Mildred's cap would have a mycelial network on it a little bit. It would resemble what you see on her with her mushroom. I mean, does it? Because you have mushrooms growing on you, right?
I'm always dealing with mushrooms.
Yeah, and so they would have a mycelial network underneath connecting them all. So you
So it would make a certain amount of sense for me to go consult with Mildred,
yes, yep,
because that's the next thing I want to do.
yeah, I can totally see that. All right, so yeah, you go over to Mildred's door and knock on it.
Oh,
Uh,
yes, I just put on a pot of tea. Oh dear. When I rush over to the door and I open it up, and I'm like, oh.
As soon as she
Hey,
opens the
it's so
door,
good to see you. I was
do I
just
see the
putting on
same
a
thing
pot
in
of
her room?
tea.
Yeah, you see
Come
it
on
because
in.
these rooms are small and this thing is a big 4x4, like branches out on her wall. Looks like a piece of artwork.
Mildred,
Yes.
I don't suppose you've noticed the new artwork on your walls.
Oh, I have indeed, dear. It's it's quite a quandary, and it's one that the two of us should sit down and contemplate over a good pot of tea, and I'll make some mushroom croquettes. You're gonna love them.
I'm thinking somewhere else other than in the room with the thing that's
No, it's
on the
fine.
wall.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not going to kill us right away.
I'm pretty certain that I am not coming in and drinking tea in your room right now, and pretty
Why
certain that I'm
not?
getting a different room.
It's
to sleep
beautiful in here.
tonight.
Have you seen the garden yet, lad? It's really
You-
quite nice. It's come a long way since.
Did you notice? Did you notice that this is growing out of the thing that killed that other person?
Yes.
That doesn't give you pause.
Oh.
So the time it took you guys to run your test and everything, I would say that the other two have cleaned themselves off and have left their rooms at this point while you guys are arguing. Would Hemlock do her usual and go to Hemlock and go to Mildred's?
Yep.
Because that's what your morning routine was. So yeah, as you get to the door, you can hear Fader and Mildred inside arguing about this.
Millie.
Oh dear, I was just gonna put on a pot of tea. You should come on in. We're going to contemplate what this is.
What are we talking? Oh my! This is new.
It's mycelium from the
A
fungus that's growing
mycelium.
in here. Indeed.
It's her psyllium.
A hycilium? Hercilium?
It's her psyllium. She just said.
Silly.
Psyllium. Got it.
You're the silly one. I'm going to
That
show
is a
you.
silly one.
Come inside. Would you? We're all standing out in the hall like a bunch of weirdos. Come on in.
I would love a pot of tea.
What is Leopold doing when he gets up? Would he would go where?
I just hear all the commotion coming from the down, so he goes toward the room, walks into what the devil? Stops mid-sentence,
Leo, come on
sees all the
inside.
mushrooms, backs out, and walks away.
Maybe we should discuss this at the bar. I do love your tea, Millie. But
I could use a
pint.
good stiff drink.
Yes.
I'm going to suggest that if this stuff is not currently growing in the bar, then someone knows how to get rid of this stuff, because if it's growing here, it certainly should be growing
I'm going
there.
to gather. I want to gather a piece of it in like a pouch.
Okay.
And I don't want it to.
What kind of pouch is this? What's the pouch made out of?
I am going to put it inside of my water skin.
Okay. So you're like
And
scraping pieces off and
I want to gather it in a way
peeling it
in which
off
I
and
feel
dropping it in.
assured, but I want to like do it in a very careful way in which I don't feel like any of the spores are going to come off, because I feel like I'm a spore druid.
Well, there's no spores on.
be-
It's the mycelial network. It's like a bunch of like white little veins.
Yeah, I
usually.
just want to make sure that nothing else. Like I want to be sure not to disturb it too much.
Why
Give-
don't you put
Does
it
my
in a bottle?
Does my poisoner's kit come with sealable? Like, does my petri dish have a lid? Do I have any?
I feel like
sealable
you.
vials
I mean,
of
you
cork?
both would have little vials with cork
I have
tops.
an herbalism kit,
Yeah. So
which should be specifically designed. Oh,
Wait,
I have
what is
vials.
Hemlock saying?
I'm gonna
Wait.
put it. Yeah, I have pouches and vials. I'm gonna
Put it
use
in a
my
vial.
clippers to cut it off and then put it into a vial that
Okay.
I have in my herbalism kit.
Very smart, Millie.
All right. So Leopold, did you just walk off to the bar?
Yes, once he walked into the room, saw the things, walked out, and just headed straight for the bar.
All right.
To the bar then.
So
To the bar.
yeah, you walked off.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would take Mildred to give me a sleight of hand check.
Leo, get me a sangria. Me?
Mildred.
Can I
yep.
be doing the same thing with one of my vials?
Yep.
I have to do sleight of hand.
I mean, you could ask Fada to do it.
Guidance.
Oh, guidance.
I guide you.
I mean, it was you're confident you did it. The DC was only 10. It wasn't that high. So yeah, you both take
11.
pieces and you put them in your vials, close them up, and head it downstairs to the bar. Where do you just put them in your pockets?
I'm going to hold it in my hand and keep a close eye on it.
Okay. Vader, you put yours in your pocket. You hold it.
I'm going to put mine. I'm gonna put mine like on the dresser in my room. I'm gonna think about this. I mean, it's sitting in the vial on the dresser in my room while it's also growing in a 4-foot chunk on the wall. I don't think is gonna make things that much worse.
Yeah. All right. So you go back. So you took your piece off in your room, not in
Correct.
theirs. Okay. Okay.
Correct.
So yeah, you do your things and you all head over to the House of Rest. It is pretty late right now. It's, I would say, midnight. And the bar it's typical. There's your people talking about things they're studying and your professors talking. You see the big ogre off in the corner reading a book. Yeah, he does the same. He waves as you come in. You go to the bar and you see Leopold's already there drinking. What's Leopold drinking?
Some mid-level wine.
Okay. Would you have, when you came in, you would have just seen the same thing I described. Would you have looked for anyone? Or would you just have gone right up to the bar?
He probably went right up to the bar, slightly eyeing where he knows the body of the his predecessor was laying.
Give me a perception check. As you're walking in, you're trying to do a quick little look over, see if you notice anything. As you look, you're pretty confident you don't see any kinds of fungal growing on the floor. It is clean.
Thank God.
Okay. So yeah, you went to the bar, ordered your drink. A few minutes later, the group comes in.
Leave the bottle. Leave the bottle.
Oh, of course, sir. He puts the bottle down. And he writes it in the ledger to charge your room for the bottle.
Leo, no appetizers? Come on, man. We told you to get us something.
You haven't eaten proper food in days.
Drink, 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 drink.
Come on.
Oh,
look
I
at
smell
that.
so fresh and clean, you know it.
Oh,
Feels
yes,
so
you
good to be out.
Let's
Have
go
you
eat
seen my
at
new
the-
dress? Look how
Oh.
fancy the frillies are.
You're so pretty.
Thank
I love it. You're so cute.
You look
Oh,
good yourself.
oh, thank you. I put
Well,
my hair down.
so the group is giving each other compliments. What does Vader
Drink.
do?
I'm looking over and at where the body was, and do I notice that there are no mushroom vines growing?
Give me a perception. Yeah, as you come in and look, you don't see anything growing either. It looks nice and clean.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and sit right next to Leopold. And order an ale, and I'm going to in passing, because I want to see if I can get any information from the bartender about how they cleaned, but I need to think about that, so I'm not going to ask it just yet.
All right.
I will say something once the four of us are sort of on our own. I will bring it up to the group.
Hemlock,
So,
are you gonna say something? But I just want to give her.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask the bartender
Oh.
as well. But I'm gonna ask him. So, excuse me, barkeep. May I have a pint of your ale, please? I also have been out. Well, my friends and I have been out on a great adventure for the school, and we left right after our poor Mr. Snapple. You know. Anyway, what did they? How did they clean up so well? What kind of bleach? What?
So he looks at you. Poor like Phoenix comes in. He's like trying to think of what to say, and then he hears Hemlock just starting to ask. And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, I don't even know. They evacuated all of us, and they came in and did some kind of magic in here to clean the place up. And then they allowed us all back in."
Oh wow! Just like that? Just like
No,
same
it took them a
day?
while. Oh, no, they were working on it most of the night. I mean, we were open the next day, as you remember. It took them a good, 4 hours to clean up the mess after it happened?
Right. Yes.
Do you
yes.
know who it was that was cleaning?
He says, just some mages from inside, some of the Avowed. Well, the head guy was here, too. I remember seeing him.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you, barkeep. And you're good people. And I go walk away into back to our table. Go to a table.
Can Billy do something?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he tells you that it was Janusi. He was there. He's the keeper of the tomes, like the guy who's in charge. He also said... he says there was Feminor Scrivenbark, who was a Lightfoot halfling, was also one of them who was there. And another one called Talus Avost was there. I'll put all the names in the chat.
Thank you. Those were the people that I saw, like, look around when I was the spider.
Mm-hmm. These were some of them.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I would say Janusi was there when you were the spider, and then the other two would have come later.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you would recognize Janusi as being the head guy.
Gotcha.
And these were the mages who did the cleaning.
I would assume I wasn't there, but I'm sure they had a part in it. Poor guy. I hope they find out what happened.
He was one of the best mentors that we had so far.
Oh, I always found him a little bit too harsh, but deep down he cared.
Yeah, it's what's inside that matters. Not the hard shell of a man he was.
He walks off and goes to serve somebody else.
The fact that we've had 3 mentors in roughly 3 days.
Yeah. This woman better be.
I'm liking this woman.
I do too.
I like her an awful lot.
Got flavor. She
let us go on the adventure, no questions asked.
Let us go on the adventure.
That too.
I think we need to do whatever we can to keep her safe.
Indeed.
Hopefully she's not dead in her office or something. I will
Yes,
be
we
so
should check on her
like
in
a
the
book
morning.
fell on her head or something. I would be
Maybe
so
we don't
sad.
keep collections of the things that made people's heads explode in our rooms.
I have no intention of sleeping in
We
my room
now
tonight.
have our best evidence of what the thingy that makes people's heads explode could possibly be. I have it right here in a vial.
Ooh. Maybe we should get in the corner.
I'm sleeping in
I-
Leopold's room tonight.
You're
I
doing no such thing.
Oh, you know he doesn't like people in his room, Vader. Millie, Vader, if you like, you can sleep in my room.
Can't hear you, Mildred, all this time. What was she saying?
Still nothing.
We can't hear you, Brandon. We can't hear you.
Nope.
Did your headphones
Confusion.
die? I don't know. Can you? Wait, no, because you can hear us through your headphones. So
I was thinking maybe the button wasn't pressed down.
yeah, well, what is so okay? So Leopold and how does Fader? What does Fader say?
Fader has announced that he's sleeping in Leopold's room tonight. Leopold has said no. Fader isn't going to say this out loud, but he's thinking in his head. He's going to take Hemlock up on the offer, and will meditate for 4 hours in Hemlock's room, and then go and pick the lock on Leopold's room and just stare at him for the rest of the night.
That's not creepy.
Oh no.
Leopold, how well is your lock on your door? Yeah, I would say it would be an average DC.
Considering he
15
knows
as
that
it
he's
is.
a rogue, he'd probably brace the door with something.
Well, not sure we could really say that. But
He's not even gonna see you though. You're gonna probably be in your watch, so he's gonna be
Yeah.
looking at nothing.
would you be in your room or would you be in your watch?
I can only be in the watch for 4 hours, so I take a little respite there, but I can't exactly sleep in it.
Well, the way I will do this then is this what you're really doing, Fader? Because then you would do a sleight of hand check.
It'd be thieves' tools, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yep. Which is just sleight of hand with your proficiency, I think. Or...
What did I
No,
miss?
because I have expertise with the thieves'
Okay,
tools.
just roll that.
You missed that I offered my bedroom up to you guys. You can sleep in my room if you're afraid of the giant thing on your wall.
Ooh, a sleepover.
And Fader's gonna be creepy in the middle of the night and sneak into Leo's room.
Wait, okay. I want to go talk to the guy though.
Talk to what guy?
The troll.
Oh, okay. So before the night ends, you walk over to the
Yes.
troll. What do you say to
Yes.
him?
So I ordered him the drink. So like I had him. There is an owl sitting on the door handle. Okay, so I go to talk to him. So I'm like, listen, giant troll guy, it's been so long since I've seen you. Did you know that I went on an awesome adventure and I went into this haunted mansion and I discovered things, and also I've been growing a sample of what killed our good Professor Snapplepants, and it's in my room. It's growing all over the place, and I have some questions to ask you about the people that should be properly addressed with the demon statue that I found, and this tiny vial of murderous
hold on,
fungus.
little lady. You're going too fast. So if you were going to do this before you went upstairs, I feel would you have waited for the other people to have left, or would you
No.
have, this was going on during that whole time?
Yes.
All right, so you guys would have seen Mildred walk over and start talking to this massively big ogre guy, and just starts spilling everything. And you see him trying to calm her down. Does anyone walk over?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Leopold just stopped mid-sip with his eyes wide, just sitting there like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and as you guys get to the group, or get to Mildred, you hear him saying, "No, no, little lady, please just calm down. You're going too fast." He's like, now what is this about a fungus?" And that's what you guys hear. Do you say
hot
anything?
meat is so good. Did you taste?
Millie,
Oh, hello there, dear.
darling, what are you
Yes.
doing over
Oh.
here?
I am just telling the story of our little trip to the giant ogre over here. He's, such a classy guy.
He is our friend, yes.
I do have I have good faith in this man, and I believe that he'll help us in
Well,
properly
he
determining the course of action that we must take now that we've
Oh,
discovered all
he's
of these
just a
things.
student. He's just a student like us, Millie dear. This is
No,
more
no,
for
this guy.
a-
Nah, this guy, he's a special dude.
No, he is just a student like us, learning about. I forgot what did you like again? We were gonna trade books one of these days. I remember. I do apologize. I got hit in the head on our venture. But he's cool. But he's a student just like us, Millie dear.
Are you
We
sure? I feel
Yeah.
like he's a mentor type figure.
No. He is just a student. He's very smart, just like us, and we need to talk to our mentor.
Oh, but she seems so clueless.
No,
He says,
she's cool.
No, I officially don't work here, but I am here all the time. I stay here to study." He says, "So,"
Right.
What do you study, sir?
he says, "I just study as much as I can, everything. I just, as an ogre," he says, "I did some terrible things, and now I just want to appreciate the errors of my ways and just seek out a better life. But it was hard to go places and be accepted by them because I am an ogre, but luckily Candlekeep opened the doors for me and allowed me to stay here."
I just crawl up on his lap and sit on his leg as he's sitting, and I'm like, "That's a very fascinating story." I too have been an outcast because I'm a tiny wee little mushroom lady, and not everybody is appreciative of that sort of thing.
He says, "Oh, I'm sure it's the same," and he kind of laughs.
Indeed.
He says, "I've been shunned by a lot of societies."
Well, now back to the story I was just telling you. Any thoughts on that?
Oh, yes. What fungus?
Oh, here it is. See, this is the fungus that I found. Very fascinating subject indeed. And I start to rattle off some random mushroom knowledge. I'm just like,
how's Vader reacting to this? You see Hemlock trying to stop her. Vader's just standing there watching.
Fader's torn. He kind of wants to see if the ogre knows something, so he's just waiting to see what happens.
Okay, and we have Leopold still at the bar, just looking over. So, or did he get up and walk?
Nope. Just
Okay.
drinks even heavier.
Yeah, so he picks up the vial and he starts to look at it. Oh, he says, "I really don't know much about funguses. But you say you got this off of Snapple? How?"
Can't hear you again.
Well, we were there when he died, and I happened to be an expert in funguses, and he had a strange profusions coming from his body or something that I collected. I don't know. I was very, very high at the time, but I knew well enough to collect some of it.
Oh, I've never really studied funguses, but you might want to ask one of the Avowed for some help.
Indeed. Anyone in specific, or just, any random avowed I happen to come across?
Oh, he thinks about it for a second and he says, "A fungus. I'm trying to think of which one would have the expertise." And he thinks about it for a second. And he says, perhaps you should start with maybe Feminor Scrivenbach.
Mr. Scrivenbach, yes, astute deduction, my friend. I appreciate that. I think that is the gentleman that I will go find.
So yeah, he has a good general knowledge of things. If not, I'm sure he can point you in the right direction.
Furthermore, my buddy over here, he's sitting right over there drinking. His name is Leo. He's a very, very clean, noble gentleman right there at the bar.
Yeah, and he looks over and he's looking.
He happens to have on his person, either now or in his room, a statue of Orcus. A real life demonic statue. It stinks to high heaven. It's really an awful thing, and we discovered it, and we're considering turning it into our mentor. I don't know if you're familiar with her. Do you remember her name? Because I don't recall her name. I look to Rob and Fader and Hemlock.
Her name is. It starts with an F.
Yes, the one that starts with an F. And she is the one I was going to tell about it. But perhaps there's someone of more interesting
Corn chips
for us to turn into.
It's Feedlay.
Feedlay!
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Old
Feely.
Fiddlesticks, she's the best.
He says, yeah, she's a kind lady. I remember meeting her. Her mind goes here and there sometimes, but overall, she's such a good woman. And he says, a cursed item. He says, well, if it's a cursed item, I would definitely go to Tales of Ost. Tales of Ost. He specializes in cursed things, in magic items.
His name was posted in the chat earlier, correct? Did we?
Yep.
already-
Correct.
They both
Yep.
were.
So both were.
I missed that part, eh?
Feminor Scrivenbark was also
Yeah,
in there.
they were
I-
the three that cleaned up the body. Sorry, cleaned up our Snapple's body. Yeah.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
I saw the little tiny halfling Genasi, and then the two came after.
Feminor is the Lightfoot halfling.
Never mind. Genasi is the person that I saw, though.
Yep. They are the Archmage, the Keeper of Tomes.
Would you happen to know where Mr. Telesavash would be this time of night?
Well, they would be in the Exaltation building. That's where they all live and sleep. It's part
Is
of
that
the
in-
main library, in the main great library.
Would we have to get permission to go in there?
He says, oh yes, you always need
Was that-
permission to go beyond the doors.
That's beyond the emerald doors, yes.
Yes, it is.
We can ask
Perhaps-
our mentor.
Indeed. Well, you have been just fantastic giant ogres, sir. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Oh,
Your information has been invaluable. I really need to get my beauty rest. It's been such a long journey. It's time to go.
I wish I could help more. And he hands you back the vial.
Oh, thank you, dear. You're such a strapping young lad.
He giggles to that. And you guys go back towards Leopold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, Paul, look at you.
Yes, it seems you had a lovely conversation with the giant man, who is also not a student, but just a visitor here.
He is a student.
We're all just visitors here.
We're all students here.
Yeah,
No, we
Is
are
there
exactly
anything
not
they haven't-
students.
absolutely.
We
not.
are
They haven't taught me anything.
employees.
Slash
What a
students.
dull job we've signed up for, by the way. What a horrifyingly boring and dull thing to have to do.
Yes, that's what we signed up for. That is what we were hired for.
Yes, yes. Don't worry, dear. I'm going to be at work, ready to go tomorrow.
Yes,
my
bright and early.
God.
We go to our mentor. We give her the. Oh no, we don't give her the thing. We
No,
say
we find Talus of Ost to give the statue to.
yes, which
Yes.
he's probably in through the emerald doors.
So
We
we have
can-
to
we can-
talk to her because we're not
talk
fitting
to-
through the emerald doors.
We can talk to Frida Lay regarding Talus of Ost.
Is there
Frida-Lay is
someone named
easier
Frida?
to talk to.
Our current mentor is Frida Lay.
Feedlay.
Frida-Lay
Okay, close enough.
lays.
Great.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Me too.
All right. Whose rooms do you go to? So you all go into Hemlock's, all three of you?
No, I
Mildred?
sleep in my room.
Okay.
Millie, you can
Oh,
sleep.
I'm
It's
sleeping
okay.
nowhere near my room.
All right. So Hemlock, what did you say to her?
I said, Millie, you're gonna sleep next to that brain explosion that's on your wall.
Didn't the rest of them see it that it like extended into their rooms as well?
Only
not in my
Fader
room.
has it.
All right, I won't sleep in there.
All right,
I'm
and
sleeping
get
in.
that vial and keep it on your in your bedroom. That is not
Okay.
coming into my room.
Okay, fine. I will lock it in there.
Yes, please. I have
Alright.
personal items everywhere.
So yeah, you go put your vial back in your room. You all lock your doors, go to Hemlock's, and spend the night there. Leopold, you go back to your place and do the same.
Yes, I set an owl on the handle of my door, and then I
I
go
could,
into my.
yeah, I could totally see you keeping your owl as a guardian throughout the night
Yeah.
as you sleep, because that's what I would do as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Fader unlocks your door and opens it, your owl.
Well, is the owl on the inside handle or the outside handle?
He would probably be on the inside handle. But once
Oh,
he feels it turn, he's casting shocking grasp through the handle.
Whoa.
Don't you have to cast through your owl? Not your owl
Technically, yeah.
casting.
Okay,
So, but
fine.
your owl definitely, once it feels the door move, would start to howl and flap its wings and do its owl noises, I suppose, to be an alarm. So, Fader, you just hear this bird, whoo, 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 and flapping around, flying around the room. What do you do?
I continue down the hall toward the water
You
closet.
just, you open the door, you hear that, you close it, and just keep walking?
Yep.
All right, so Leopold, you would wake up from your owl flapping around.
Good job, Pinion. I stand up, relock the door, then go back to my room, and then make a mental note to have more locks installed.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't know it was him because the owl never saw him, but you would definitely know someone opened the door. Unless you were just assuming.
Oh, I'm definitely assuming it was either him or Hemlock, because both of them have tried to unlock things that they shouldn't have on numerous occasions.
That's a good reason.
It's what we do. I'm a Scorpio.
Exactly.
Yep, that's a good reason to wonder about them. All right, so yeah, you relock the door, put your bird back on the handle, and go back to bed with your notes to get new locks, and that is what we'll end our game today. That was funny.
Yay!
Huzzah!
And remember, you are level 4 now.
Yeah, I can't seem to
No.
find the leveling up some of the stuff on the Character Master or the Compendium.
What are you looking for?
Specifically the spell Frostbite.
Oh, let me see.
You may have to add it manually.
It should be there.
Can you remind me which of how we level up again?
Yep, I imported it to your character sheet. Oh wait, I did that to Fader. Oops.
Perfect. I now can cast what? Frostbite? I love it.
Yeah, think that out. Sorry. It is in there, so I'm a little confused why you don't see it.
Where is it at? And because I looked in spells SRD.
Oh. And then I just
do
typed frostbite.
Huh. Wonder why you're able to see it, but not me. That's weird.
I'll have to look into it. So what does everyone get at level 4? What do you get, Leopold?
I just get a feat, an extra spell, and an extra cantrip. So for cantrip, I'm choosing frostbite. For ability score or feat, I'm choosing one of Tasha's ones, which is telekinetic. The telekinetic feat increases your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1. Of course, I'm choosing charisma. You learn the mage hand cantrip. You can cast it without verbal or somatic components, and you can make the spectral hand invisible. If you already know this spell, which I already do, its range increases by 30 feet. And as a bonus action, I can attempt to telekinetically shove a creature I can see within 30 feet of me.
That's why I saw that a couple weeks ago. I was reading it, and I was like, this sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Especially if someone has a somebody grappled or something, you can shove them off.
Yeah, basically.
Brandon has already used that to save another character's life in my campaign.
It's a really cool little ability, and plus the extra little charisma point is just what I needed. So I'm still looking for my other spell.
Frostbite is not in the SRD.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going with Cloud of Daggers, possibly.
Gotcha. Okay. What does Fader get?
I'm just gonna bump my dexterity by 2 points, but I can't figure out how to level up.
So if you go into classes and select Rogue and just drag it into your character sheet.
You can also type it in the find source. Sometimes it
where
has
do
a
I-
weird name.
Where do I find this classes that you're talking about?
In the compendium.
Okay, we're almost there. Where do I find the compendium?
Top right-hand corner. That's the one that looks like a little book. A little closed book.
I can do it really quick for you. So which one are you doing?
I'm just planning on bumping my dexterity by 2 points.
Well, that you can just type in.
Found it.
Well, I just did it, so you're actually all set.
All right, thanks.
So I just bumped my wisdom by 2. As I will probably do the next time I get to do this. And then I was thinking about taking the thing that he just took. But I may take something different.
Cool. What does Mildred get?
+2 wisdom.
Oh, that's it. Sorry.
And I get like an enhanced druid feature of some kind.
I get an ability score improvement. I just don't know if I want to take a feat or ability score.
I was about to say, I think your druids just start getting to like half CR ratings or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I think I can do swimming for either flying or swimming is now available to me.
Oh, so I get wild shape improvement.
Well,
I
no,
think
you can.
already have that.
Yeah, you can do swimming. You can't do flying quite yet. You gotta be like
Yeah.
8th level to do flying.
Cool. that was fun.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Thank you, anyone on the stream, for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good night. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. If you liked what you watched, you can catch my other games on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Feel free to join my Discord channel for updates, and it's been fun. See ya.